Good morning, dear students of class 8. Welcome to the English online learning class. Today, we are going to take up part 4 of the lesson, The Summit Within, chapter 5 from your main reader, Honeydew. So, let us first recapitulate the lesson which we have already done till now. This lesson is by Major H.P.S. Ahluwalia, who was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in the year 1965. In this lesson, he talks about his experience of climbing Mount Everest, and at the same time, he also wants us to know one another summit which is within us, within all of us. And this is the summit of the mind, and which is equally difficult, or in fact more difficult than climbing Mount Everest. So the lesson begins with the writer telling us about the feelings which he was full of as he was standing on the highest peak of the world, the summit of Mount Everest, and looking at the world below. How did he feel? What was the feeling that was very strong, dominant, and it was humility. He was full of humility. He was felt very humble. One thing was there, the physical strength in him felt that thank God, now it is over. He was happy, but then instead of being very happy, there was also a trace of sadness, because he felt that he had already reached the best, the ultimate in climbing, the final in climbing, and now there is nothing left to climb. All roads were going to take him down. So he was happy, but there was also a trace of sadness at his success. And he felt also very humble. He was full of humility. Now, the writer says that by climbing the summit, you feel a deep sense of joy, happiness, and you are also full of thanks, gratefulness to all those who supported you in your mission of climbing. And it is a joy which lasts a lifetime, means which remains with you throughout your life. Now, as the writer looks back at life after he had climbed Everest, he says that there are other summits, and this is the climbing the summit of the mind, which is very difficult, and it is also not easy to climb. Now, after many days, months, when the physical exhaustion, fatigue, tiredness of climbing the peak had left him, he was feeling better. Then this question struck him: why I climbed Everest? Why I climbed Everest? Now, the answer that he got was that which some of the people say, which is very simple, because it is there and it gives lot of challenges, and man likes to overcome the challenges. And for climbing a summit like Mount Everest, you need endurance, persistence, willpower. Means you need to you need to not give up in face of difficulties. and you need constant efforts, never giving up spirit and determination. Now, these qualities, the show of these qualities while climbing Mount Everest is very exciting, and the same was with Major HPS Ahluwalia also. Then there is a personal answer to his question, why he chose to climb Mount Everest. Why? Because he was always attracted by mountains. Mountains are nature at its best. And then, as many people also said, which he believed strongly, that mountains are a means of communion with God. Means you are in a kind of close relationship with God in the mountains. Now, why he chose to climb Everest? Why not any other peak? Because it is the highest, the mightiest, and gives lot of challenges, as people have not been easily able to climb it. Why? Because it takes last ounce of one's energy. And then the writer says that once you climb Mount Everest and you see the peak from a distance while you are climbing, you are completely transported into another world, which is, he calls it, mystical, spiritual feeling, magical feeling. Its beauty, aloofness, might, ruggedness, and the difficulties that you face on the way, the challenges you face on the way. This is what is inviting you to climb Mount. Now, the writer says that still he is puzzled. He is not able to get a complete answer as to why I climbed Mount Everest. And to find an answer to this question is difficult. It is like why you breathe, why you help your neighbor, and why you want to do good acts, because there is no final answer. Similarly, he could not get any final answer why he decided to climb Mount Everest. And then there is the fact that Everest is not just a physical climb. Means you just not need to be physically fit, although physical fitness is very important. But more than that, when you reach Mount Everest, you suddenly start to realize that in comparison of this big universe, you are just a very small creature. So, the physical conquest of a mountain is only part of your achievement. If you are able to achieve it because of your, if you are able to reach there, it is just a small part of your achievement. More than to it, there is a kind of fulfillment. Yes, you have done something. A satisfaction of a deep urge to rise above one's surroundings. It is eternal love for adventure in man. Man is always keen to take adventure. It is like satisfying the urge of adventure. So, to put it, the writer says that the experience is not only physical, it is emotional, it is spiritual. Now let us continue further. Consider a typical climb towards the summit. On the last height, you are sharing a rope with another climber. When you are on the last lap of your climbing the summit, imagine you are not alone. You are sharing a rope with another climber. There is a team of climbers with you, and you are sharing this rope with other climbers. You foreman, he cuts the step in the hard ice. Then he belays and you inch your way. So you all are moving together. He's cutting the ice and you are just stepping. And then you are helping the other climber to climb. The climb is grim and you strain every nerve as you take every step. Now, while you are taking every step, you are just putting a pressure on your nerves because it is not easy. Famous climbers have left records of the help given by those who have climbed. Famous climbers who have been able to climb Mount Everest successfully, they have left a record of the little help that they have got from others while climbing. They have also recorded how they needed just that help, else they might have given up. Why that help was important. And if that help had not come, then they would not have been able to climb Mount Everest. Breathing is difficult. It is not easy to breathe in the height. You curse yourself for having let yourself in for this. You start cursing yourself. Why did I do it? You wonder why you ever undertook the act. Why did you decide to climb up? There are moments when you feel like going back. You want to return back. It should be sheer relief to go down instead of up. Instead of climbing up, it would be better if you decided to climb down. In midway, you can think. But almost at once you snap out of that. But then you decide to get out of that. Why? There is something in you that does not let you give up. So something inside you is not letting you give up your struggle. And you go. Your companion keeps up with you, the person who is with you in the climb, and there is a team, they also are with you. Just another 50 feet. That person is just at a distance of 50 or 100 meters. You ask yourself, is there no end? You look at your companion and he looks at you because there is no one else except your companion, your team, who is at another 50 or 100 feet distance. And then you look at each other as if you are asking a question, is there no end? You draw inspiration from each other. And the other person is going, is moving forward, and you are also following. So you are drawing inspiration from him. He is rising up, and you will also rise with him. And then, without being aware of it, you are at the summit. And gradually, you find that you are at the top of the summit. Looking round from the summit, you tell yourself that it was worthwhile. Yes, you were able to achieve it. Other silvery peaks appear through the clouds. If you are lucky, the sun may be on them. So if you are lucky, you can have a clear sky. The surrounding peaks look like a jeweled necklace around the neck of your summit. The peaks surrounding Mount Everest, they look like jewels. Necklace around the neck of your summit. Below you see vast valleys sloping from the distance. The writer is describing the natural scene. It's an ennobling, enriching experience to just look down from the summit of a mountain. And then suddenly you bow down and make your obeisance to whichever God you worship. You show your obedience and submission to the Almighty God, to the God whom you worship. Yes, you've been able to achieve it. You have been able to make it with the blessings of the Almighty. So your head bows down in submission, in obedience. We'll stop here and we'll continue the remaining the next class. Thank you. Till then, goodbye. Take care.